Okay, I think we're live now on YouTube as well. Everybody, welcome. So, I don't know whether you caught the first bit or not, but we are live on TikTok tonight and YouTube. So, I've got two cameras going. I'm not sure how this is all going to work. We're going to find out where we go from here. So, just to recap, everybody joining us on TikTok, this is a Monday bite-size edition. We do 2 live streams a week where we talk about running and we talk about running shoes and we hang out. It's part of our award-winning podcast called The Long Run Show. You can check that out on all your podcast providers. So get involved with that. Tonight, we're going to be talking about a few things, but it's mainly driven by you guys. So get in the comments, get involved, whether you want to talk about running shoes, coaching tips, half marathons, whatever it is you want to talk about for the next 30 minutes it's running related. I'm happy to get involved. So let me know where you are, by the way, from, because I've just seen somebody say they're from Atlanta, which is pretty cool. So if you're from somewhere other than the UK, let us know also in the comments. Right, so what's been going on this week? Well, I've been a busy boy. I've been working all weekend, but we've got a lot of stuff coming out this week. We've got a lot of shoes coming out. We've got a lot of shoe releases. It's the first week of February is coming up, so there's a lot of running shoe releases coming out. There's a lot of stuff from Brooks, New Balance, some of those guys. So there's a lot of running shoes coming your way. We will start, because we kind of slowed down a little bit on the reviews. So we're going to start putting some of those reviews out, because some of the shoes we can now start to talk about. Tomorrow we've got the Glycerine, Brooks Glycerine 21. That's coming out. We're going to be able to put that out because I think that goes on sale on the 1st of February. So if you're looking for the new Brooks Glycerine, that review is going to be coming out tomorrow. And then later on in the week, we've got a video about the Brooks Hyperion Elite 4. I've got it's not, I wouldn't say it's a review. It's more of a, this is a little bit about the shoe. And then we're kind of asking you a question. So we'll see what happens there. But that's coming out. We've also, I'm running in a pair of Under Armour shoes that aren't very good. And we've got some other shoes that I can't really talk about just yet, but don't worry, because I'll be able to talk about them soon. What else? Oh, we've got Mizuno Wave Rebellion. Let me clear the notifications. Mizuno Wave Rebellion Flash coming in as well. Flash 2. So if anybody's interested in that, we've got that heading our way as well. So that's the sort of shoes, what we're doing in terms of the shoe front. I've got a half marathon this weekend in Watford. So I'm going to be heading over to there and doing that, which is pretty awesome. And that, I think, is about that in terms of update from there. We've got, well, hopefully a big announcement coming on Thursday, 1st of February. I'm not 100% sure that's going to still come out. It may come out, it may not. But I'm hoping to release that on the 1st of February as well. But let's see what happens this week. Once I get confirmation I'm allowed to release that big announcement, then I will, and we'll go from there. So I think that's probably about it. Let me know in the comments if you're joining us. Where are you and where are you from? If you're watching this on TikTok or you're watching this on YouTube, let me know where you're from in the world. And also, are you waiting for any shoe releases come February the 1st? Like I said, there's a load coming out. Right, okay, I think that's it. I think you're up to speed. There's not really much else to talk about, I don't think. We've got some vlogs lined up. But none of the sort of challenge videos are ready yet to do. I've been doing obviously some marathon training because I need to start doing some marathon training, which is a little bit interesting. But I'll tell you what, let's have a look. Have a look. Encourage your viewers. I'm just learning, by the way. Everybody on YouTube, you're going to have to learn tonight what we're doing on TikTok. Encourage your viewers to share your live and invite more friends. So if you're watching this on TikTok, you need to share your live, invite more friends. Okay. So if you're on TikTok, you need to share this with more people. And I'm just going to look down. Tips to get back to running, please. Okay. I tell you what, because it's live on TikTok, you'll take our first question ever on TikTok. So tips to get back to running. I think the first thing is book a race. If anybody's watching this, I think the first thing to do is book a race. Oh, I tell you what we are going to do today. I've just remembered. We've got an unboxing to do over here. We are going to do an unboxing. But yes, if you're coming back to running, the best thing you could do really is get a race, get a target, whether it's park run, whether it's half marathon, whether it's ultra, whatever it is. Give yourself a target. Give yourself something, a goal to keep you motivated while you are rejoining your journey back to running. Whatever it is. It doesn't matter, say, whether it's Couch to 5K. If you've been injured, start back with the Couch to 5K app. It's the best thing you could ever do. But yes, so that's my tips to get back into training. So that's our first question ever on TikTok, people. So all our regular viewers who watch this live stream will know that we've been doing this for a few years now, and that was a world's first there, first ever TikTok live question. Okay, right. So do you want me to do the unboxing first? I don't think it's very exciting. I can tell you now, it's not very exciting at all because I think I know what it is. So do you want to do the unboxing now and then get into the questions, or what way do you want to go? So let me know what you want to do. Okay. If you're on TikTok, make sure you share it. But while you are debating, I'm going to get the box over. It's quite heavy, actually. Oh, I might drop it. Oh, here it is. This is the box. Yeah, look, see? It's not shoes. I'm telling you now, it's not shoes. So do you want it unboxed now or not? Let me know. Go for it. Okay, Ian, I'm going to go with Ian. I'm going to clear that off of there. Ian's saying, let's unbox now. So I need a knife. Any good YouTuber has a knife in their drawer, which is also slightly concerning. If you're joining us live, get your questions in, whether it's on TikTok or on the live stream on YouTube. If you're on TikTok, share it with people, tell people we're doing it. And if you're on YouTube, you know the drill because you've been here before, I guess. Right, hang on. Am I going to do this with the mic? Any guesses? I've got a feeling this is a present. Anyone guess what it is? Say any good YouTuber has a knife in the drawer and does unboxing live on air. That's if you're a good YouTuber, which I'm not. Right. Oh, lovely. Let's put the knife away before I stab myself. Anybody like talk about fueling? Anyone like to talk about fueling? Here we go. You ready? First up, I'll put it on both cameras. This is Kendall Mint. This is Kendall Gels in here. It's called an action pack. Basically, it's got a load of gels in it. If you're new to the channel, I basically live on Kendall gels, but it's interesting because I've got an ultra in July. I'm gonna use their products as well. I think for that. Flask. Does anyone actually use these? This looks like another piece of equipment that we probably shouldn't talk about. Kids could be watching. Oh, lovely! Look, gels. If you need gels, if you're marathon training and you don't know what gels to take, I'll show it on both cameras. These are the gels I use. Kendall Mint ones. These are the raspberry and they taste like cowpole. Who doesn't like cowpole? There's quite a lot in here. Thanks to the guys at Kendall. Oh, this is lovely. This tip for you. Put your electrolytes in the fridge the night before you do your long run. Okay, so you must take electrolytes out with you. This stuff's awesome. It's got that sort of, it's got citrus and mint, so it's got, just freshens up your mouth a bit. And remember, people, if you're on TikTok, actually, you should do this anyway on your on YouTube. You should tell everyone that we're live talking about running and stuff. So get on YouTube, and anybody's got any questions on TikTok, ask away. And oh, it's like a refill pouch, right? So here we go. Let's get rid of this. So you basically put your refill. Where are you going? You put your refill patch here into what looks like another device that we're not allowed to talk about. Stick that in there, take that out with you. Personally, I'm not a big fan of using the refill thing, but for sustainability, obviously it's awesome. Okay. So that's just full. I might just drink that. I could have that for dinner, couldn't I? What do you think, people? So thanks very much to the guys at Kendall for sorting me out. If you didn't see, I was all over their socials today. They recorded a load of stuff from the National Running Show. But yes, I can't recommend their stuff enough. I'm not getting paid, by the way. I don't get paid by Kendall. We don't have an official affiliation partnership thing or anything with them. I just like their stuff. And they sent me that because I did some stuff for them at the National Running Show. I turned up to their stand and basically took it over, which is what you'll see if you go and follow them on their Instagram feed today. So, right, okay, let's get into the questions. Let's get into the important stuff today. And let's talk to you guys. So again, if you are watching this on TikTok, we basically hang out for 30 minutes and talk running. So evening, everybody. Okay, yes. So if you've not seen, if you don't know what this is, so Mick's asking about. I did a podcast this week. Actually, recorded it last night with Ocean. I keep getting his name wrong. Mulligans. So you need to go Mulligans Fitness. He's on TikTok. He's a huge star on TikTok and Instagram. He's got like just done. I think it's like 600,000 followers. We recorded a podcast with him yesterday. It's brilliant. It's funny, but it's brilliant. There's a lot of information on there. There's a lot of good stuff on there about weight loss and fat loss and getting to the gym and his story, and we sort of remove some of the stigmas around weight loss. He goes into depth about the keto diet or keto diet, whatever it's called. He talks about ice baths and everything. It's genius, honestly. It comes out hopefully Wednesday. It is a really, really good podcast to listen to. If you're into fat loss, weight loss, if you're into these diet things, if you want to know a little bit about stuff about nutrition and all that sort of stuff, but give him a follow anyway. Just be warned, his language is choice. Okay, so you've all been warned. But after this, go and find him on all the socials. But that should come out on Wednesday. That's if I get the video done, because our podcasts go out as videos as well. Hi from Atlanta. Good evening, Ian. Evening 40, first 10-mile long run of the plan completed on Saturday. Bit of a slog fest near the end, but got it done. Already looking forward to the next one. That's good. With your long runs, try and mix them up. Try and pick routes that may be slightly different. Maybe pick up, the pace a little bit for like half a mile. Drop it a little bit, half a mile. Do something a little bit different on those long runs. Try and mix up your long runs. That's the key to this, is mixing up your long runs. Not just going out and doing a slog fest is the best way to do it, okay? That's the key to all this. So just make sure you try and mix it up, Ian. But good luck for the next one. Sue is in the Netherlands. That's pretty cool. Love the fact that we are everywhere. Who's this? Alf. Welcome to Barkingside, baby. Did you enjoy Fairlop Waters? I did. And Alf, can you tell me, is there a park run there? Because I think it's brilliant. To have a park run there would be amazing. So I was in Essex, I suppose it was. Is it Essex? I was in Essex on Sunday, yesterday. I was with Mark Wright and his run club. So I went down there, and it's a brilliant session. The YouTube video will come out. I think it might even come out. No, is it this week? Might be this week or next week. But we was down there with Righty, hanging out. He's just such a good guy. He really is. Doing everything for the right reasons. So, yeah, I think that comes out. So definitely get down there. And, if you can support it, then do it. It's a free run club he does on a Sunday. Check out Mark Wright's socials, and it's all on there. So there you go. Gary what's this, Gary? Just drove 450 miles from Barry to Glasgow. Made sure I got here for 8 p.m. What a hero. I was telling everybody yesterday when I was recording a podcast that we actually do this at 7 o'clock on a Monday, but it's absolute lies. We do this at 8 o'clock on a Monday. So again, if you're on TikTok, make sure you sharing this with people. That's what I need to keep telling you. I've got a question here. What would be your go-to marathon shoe? So another question from TikTok. Go-to marathon shoe right now is the Adidas Pro 3. If you said to me, FORDY, you got to go and run a marathon tomorrow, I would go with the Adios Daddy Zero, whatever it's called, Pro 3. I've got a pair in the garage that I would use. I wore them at the Great North Run. And I would get them out and I'd go and run a marathon in those. That's either that, if I was, probably that. Maybe the Super Blast, ASICS Super Blast is probably the shoe that I may wear if I wasn't looking for a time, which probably I wouldn't at the moment. So, yes, I would definitely recommend the Adios Pro 3. You can get them cheap right now at Start Fitness. Use the code 40 runs. You're going to get 10% off. You're welcome. But yes, that would be the shoe in which I cut that I would use. Thanks for the question on TikTok. See, we're everywhere, people. Right, hello. Jason is in TN. I guess that's Tennessee, Chattanooga, Tennessee. I get it wrong every time somebody says it. I really want to grab the New Balance SE Trainer 2, but not sure if I should wait for anything comparable but better coming out. Jason, I'll be honest. If you can get your Super Blast, I'd buy the ASICS Super Blast. I think it's a compare. Yeah, and I appreciate it hasn't got the plate in it, but I think what the Super Blast gives you, you won't notice the difference between the two. So yes, I would definitely recommend instead of the New Balance SC Trainer version 2, I would go and get the Super Blast if you can get them. But you're in the States, right? So you should be able to get those pretty well, a lot easier than anybody else, I think. So yes, that would be my recommendation to you. Jason, thanks for the question. Vince, good evening. Will you be at the MK Winter Warmer half of February the 25th? No, I won't be. They haven't invited me. They don't like me. I think I don't know what that is, but they don't like me, so they didn't invite me. So no, I won't be, unfortunately. February the 25th. I'm meant to be somewhere in February the 25th. Aren't I at the winter run? I think I'm doing the London winter run on the 25th. I might have the dates wrong because I think the week after I go to Pathos. So I might be wrong there, but that's another reason why I've been invited along to the London Winter 10K, which I'm super excited for. Question for you. Oh, by the way, everyone's got to give this a like. That's the other thing you've got to do. So we're on TikTok. You've got to share it with people. Tell people that we're live talking about running. And on YouTube, you've got to like it. I keep getting told off not to do that. Going back. Question for you from Carl. What would you say is the best type of shoe for a progression run? Any suggestions? It's just a tempo shoe, really. So whatever your favorite tempo shoe is. Now, that could be something like the Saucony Speed 4. That could be something like the Skechers Razor 4. That could be New Balance Rebel 3 or 4, whatever we're on. That could be an Adidas SL. You want a nice tempo shoe to do a progressive run. I find because as you build that speed through the run, you want something that's going to give you something back, but it's light and feels fast. Yeah, so that's what I would go for. So any of those shoes, really. Yeah, definitely give those ones a go and let me know. Oh, Cole's made friends with Jason. That's what we love to see. Here we go. Evening 40. Now, I know you love them, but any news on the Super Last 2? Funny enough, I asked the question to the sort of agency that looks after me for ASICs, and they've not heard anything. So I was asking him about the Cumulus 26, which I think might be on sale this week as well. I'm not 100% sure on that. But the Cumulus 26 is out or coming out. It's basically the same shoe. Like the Nimbus 26 is pretty much the same shoe, right? And I also asked him about the Super Blast 2 because we're expecting that, but I still think it's going to be March. But I might be wrong, but we're still expecting that in March, as I understood it. But let's see what happens there. April, I think we're getting the Metaspeed Sky Plus, but again, that could come earlier. There's a lot of stuff that's moving about. I think because of like stock and things like that. Stuff's being delayed, stuff's not being delayed. 1 minute something's coming out, next minute it's not. There's a lot of stuff up in the air at the moment with a lot of these manufacturers and stuff. So I think just March, I believe, is still provisionally when we'll see that, but that's just rumor. Who knows? Debbie, Saucony Speed 4s, please. The 3s didn't suit me, and I love the 2s. Well, yeah, wait till February the 14th. That's all I'm saying. Wait till February the 14th, okay? I'm not going to say anything more than the Saucony Dolphins shoes until February the 14th. Is that all right? Can you wait till then? What's that? 2 weeks, isn't it? Can you wait till then? And then, then we can talk about it as much as you want. Is that a fair deal? I think that's a fair deal. What do you think, listeners, viewers? Okay, right, here we go. Will you be at the... Don't forget your comments on TikTok. You can comment on there and share it with people. Shane, will you be at the Great Northwest Half? No. But that sounds pretty awesome. When's that? I'm doing the Great Birmingham Half. I know I'm definitely doing the Great North Run. And I may be doing the Great South Run. But I'm not sure if I'm doing... I don't think I'm doing the Great Northwest Half. Tell me when that is. Let me... No. Unbox. We've done the unboxing now. Next question from Mark. Any good shoes for running faster while overpronating? Oh, I tell you the other shoe. Oh, no. Am I allowed to say about that? Oh, no, I better not say that. I better check that on the whether I'm allowed to say that or not. I was about to talk about stability shoe, but I don't think I may be allowed. No, I'm going to go on the edge of caution, but there's a good stability shoe coming your way. I wouldn't say it's particularly fast. In fact, it's not very fast, but it's a very good stability shoe. So wait for that one. Running faster while overpronating on a budget. When you say running faster, are you looking for a speed shoe or are you looking for like a half marathon shoe? Let me know. Come back, Mark. Let me know. Because if it's literally just a speed shoe, then buy the Brooks Hyperion GTS. That's a great shoe for doing workouts. So that's the one for me in terms of workouts. If you need if you pronate, but if you're looking for something for a bit more, then let me know. I'm ahead on TikTok. My boy just logged on. Okay. Now I think I think I mucked it up at the start. I'll figure it out in the edit, but I think I actually pressed live on TikTok before I pressed live on YouTube. But we'll get it right. We've got this to do over the next few weeks. We'll see what we can do here. As I was tempted, what's this? Steve, I was tempted to guess gels, but yeah, about the unboxing. Yeah, it's all gels and stuff like that. Dawn's loving Kendall. Yeah. And Mark, do you like the one that turns your face inside out? So yeah, they do one. The guys at Kendall do a gel. So these are I said to you, these are the raspberry mint ones I got sent. But in here, in this other box, where is it? They do one. I can't remember. I think it's literally just the mint one. Yeah, NRG gel, and it's just pure. It's like pure mint, and it's like. When you take, like those, I don't know if you like sour sweets or not from the kids, but if you're not used to that, or that lemonade, what's that lemonade called? That really posh lemonade. You drink that, it's a bit like that when you have that on your run. It's awesome. I really like it. Gary's back. Let me get rid of this notification. That's Fletch. Hello, Fletch. Stop messaging me while I'm on live on here. Gary, would you and the crew fancy doing Loch Ness Marathon one? You're tempted to sign up? I would like to do the Loch Ness Marathon, actually. That is one I fancy. Although it's meant to be boring. I know Bam Bam did it. If he's still here, Bam Bam did it, and it was pretty boring. So I don't know whether... I think it'd be nice and scenic, but it's one of those that you sort of have to take your time out and just relax and just get it done. If you could do that in a marathon, who knows, right? But... let's see. Alfie's saying that the cow poles are appealing to the TikTokers. Could be. Oh, what's this? This looks like a serious question. Achilles injury. This is Mike. 5 weeks ago, just restarted running. Doing the winter run 10K at the end of February. Have I got enough time to get fit for a reasonable time? Mike, the sensible answer there is firstly speak to your physio. Yeah. And secondly, I would throw all questions of time and speed and PBs and everything else that you're thinking about doing, I'd throw them all out the window. If you just had an Achilles injury 5 weeks ago, just take it as a training run. What's the point of trying to push it and seeing what happens? Just go out there and just enjoy it, have fun, don't push too hard, and focus on whatever's coming next. That's the most important thing I would say on that. Okay, right. Where do we go next? Interestingly, I don't know how you can end the TikTok. I've just thought to myself, but now we're on TikTok, I don't know how to end it. I could be on here all night, couldn't I? Interesting, isn't it? Anyway, let me know if you know how to end a live stream on TikTok. Can you let me know in the comments? That'd be super helpful. Right, there's Chris looking for a marathon race day shoe. I'm currently training in Brooks Ghost 15 and an Asics Cumulus 25. Any recommendations, please? Yeah, the Adidas Pro 3. The Adios Pro 3 is my pick for marathon shoe still. Let's move on because I don't want to talk about that shoe just yet. Let's wait on that one. But yeah, I would say 100% the Adidas Pro 3 while it's still on cheap. What's this? I don't know what your question is, Barbara, but come back to me. And Gavin's here. Is it Gavin? Yeah, Gavin. I wonder that I made the final running show video edit and without subtitles to cover my Belfast accent. There we go. My kids now think I'm famous because I'm on YouTube for a few seconds. Best thing ever. I recorded the kids' nan they did on Sunday, so their nan's going to be in the vlog in a couple of weeks. Brilliant. She looked horrified that she had a GoPro shoved in her face. I thought that was brilliant. So she's now going to be on YouTube. Ian is asking about the Takumi Sen. Oh, no. I have the Takumi Sen 9, Pro 3, and the Strung. But running over 12 kilometers, I start having ankle soreness. Potentially, I overpronate. Recommend any. I would also look at maybe slightly different foam compounds as well. And all three of those have energy rods or plates of some sort. Maybe go for something like, and I keep going back to it, but something like the Super Blast. If you want something that's with a little bit of subtle carbon plate in it, then look at the Saucony Kivara Pro. Different compounds as well. So maybe start with the Super Blast. If you can't get Super Blast, look at the Saucony Kivara Pro and try one of those. I mean, the Takumi Sen's a 5K, 10K shoe. The Pro 3 is obviously a racing shoe, and the Strung is just a monster. So maybe it's something to do with that more than anything else. So have a look at those and check them out, the ones. But they're probably a good, sensible way to go. Mick, have I tried the Coros Pace 3? No, I had a chat with the guys at Coros because I sort of fell off their radar. Mainly because I upset one of their PR people, as you'd expect. I got into a bit of a ding dong with one of their PR people. Again, being totally honest with them, didn't really care for me at all. So I've not really, for a few months, I've fallen off their radar. But like always, I have to be honest with what I say about their stuff. You know, they were giving it out to people like journalists getting paid, people getting paid to make reviews and all this sort of stuff. There's nothing, no harm to them. They've got to make a living, right? But the fact that I never see everyday runners in Coros tells me that they're pitching it wrong. So, you know, whatever. But yes, I don't think I have tried that one. I've tried a few Coros watches, but not that one. But hopefully that changes because they've got the guys there. Hopefully, I met them at the National Running Show. Hopefully things are going to change. They're going to warm up and we can get some of the products back and we can try them out, see what they're all about again, see if anything's changed. And go from there. Hi, Daniel. How are you? Good evening. Thanks for joining us. If you are joining us live, get your questions in. If you're on TikTok, share it with people that you know. Gordy, that must be FORDY, from Jonathan, just picked up the Adios Pro 3 for £81 at the outlet. Wow. Red ones, various sizes in Castleford. £81 for the Adidas Pro 3. That's unbelievable, isn't it? Really, when you think about it. That is a banging shoe for that amount of money. Daniel's been listening for about a year, was normal before, but now have a shoe addiction. I think it gets us all in the end, this shoe addiction that we get. Don't even get me started. I got a telling off yesterday. She found a load of shoes down by the back door. I tucked them under where like the wash it by the tumble dryer. There's about 4 or 5 pairs down there because the garage is full at the moment. So I've got to have a bit of a clear out, a bit of a sort out. And she found a new pile. It's like I'm trying to find new places to hide all the shoes. Not hide the shoes, but put the shoes actually. So she doesn't see them and get then told off to move them. But yeah, there was a big pile down there, and I've added to it tonight. So I'll have to sort that out. We need an extension. Anybody want to do an extension for me for free? 25th is the Winter 10K. So yes, I am at London Winter 10K on the 25th. But thank you for the invite anyway. Daniel's saying keep up the great work. Thank you very much. Robert, has admin given you a list of instructions for today? No, I'll be very well behaved. She did tell me I've got to practice my grounding, which I've not been doing all day. And that's probably about it, I think. Yeah, I think I've been pretty well behaved today. Well, I haven't been, but that's another story. Oh, dear. Right. Nike, who's this? Robert. So, my Nike Tempo Next Percent are coming to the end of life. Thank God for that. What a horrible shoe. I joke. Anything similar you could recommend? I love my Tempo Next Percent. See, he loves them. It's fun. That was a funny shoe, right? That was a shoe that some people absolutely loved, and that was a shoe that some people absolutely hate. For me personally, I just thought it was terrible. It made so much noise. It was a useless shoe. But there was a lot of people that absolutely digged it. I would say to you, look out for the new endorphin lineup that's coming. That's probably a good way to start. And I also think, although I didn't want to talk about it, it's quite pricey. But have a look at the Brooks Hyperion Elite 4. So yeah, that's along those lines, but it's a little bit more hardcore in terms of the way it's set up. But that might appeal to you. So have a look at that. But I don't really want to get into the Brooks Hyperion Elite 4 just yet. Debbie, one fella YouTuber's already. What shoes are you talking about, Debbie? What shoes are we talking? I'll just put a comment up. Debbie B, one fella on YouTube already has a review. Oh, these on the socketing door. Yes. So there's a company in America that put them out. They've done a special colorway. I think the company was called REI. And a client of mine, big shout out to Elliot if he's listening or watching. He gave me a heads up. He said, "Fordy, have you seen these?" And I was a bit shocked because obviously I'm aware of all the embargoes and all this sort of stuff that's out there. And if you notice, there's been some pictures out there from a lot of big YouTubers, but there's not been any formal reviews come out. Okay, you had the teaser stuff from the running event, but we've not had the full reviews come out. Okay, because technically there is a embargo still out there. So it was interesting that REI, I think that's the name of the company. I might be wrong, but REI put the shoes out on sale, and a load of people bought them, and then they got taken down. There's a chap on YouTube who's done a video or a couple of videos. I think he did a 22-mile run in them. Somebody told me, and he's put that review out. I'm surprised he's not been asked to take it down, but I suppose fair play to him, whatever. And that's probably between Saucony and REI, or whoever they were called, the fact that they sold them. So he bought them fair and square, so fair play to him. But yes, there is a review out on that Saucony Endorphin Speed 4. So check that out if you've not seen that already. But I am saying nothing more about that shoe until February the 14th. Okay. I get in enough trouble by myself. Chris, as I can't get my hands on the Super Blast in my size, would you think the Prime Strung X would be a good alternative? No. I would say the Prime X Strung is a good, it is good value. I appreciate what you're saying at £150 or below. It's not a particularly bad shoe. It's just, I think it's just better out there. It's good. People like it. I get it. But I don't know. I just think that the other shoes. Have a look at the Kinvara Pro from Saucony. It's such a good shoe. It's such an underrated shoe. It really is. I should champion that shoe more. It's such a good shoe, the Saucony Kinvara Pro. I can't recommend that shoe enough. It's an absolute banger. It's got totally the wrong name. They should have called it like Saucony Shift something or like 4 or something like that. I think they positioned the shoe totally wrong in terms of the naming of the shoe. But I just think that's an unbelievable shoe that doesn't get enough love. And it's still really pricey. So try and get them a bit cheaper. But yeah, that's a shoe that I would I'd recommend. Gary's telling me to do the Loch Ness because we want a review from Simon. The fact that you're asking for a Simon review of the Loch Ness Marathon is already giving me nervousness about the fact that it's going to be terrible. Bam Bam's confirming what I thought, that it was boring, the Loch Ness Marathon. So don't do the Loch Ness Marathon. If you're on TikTok and you watch us, get your questions in, invite other people. We talk about running shoes and running at the moment on our first ever live TikTok, which I think is awesome. Alf is he was watching one of our older Great North Run vlogs, and you suggest not proper doing going for a PB up there because it's too busy. Yes, I do still stand. So the Great North Run is one of the busiest. I think it's actually the biggest half marathon in the world. It has 60,000 runners that sign up for the Great North Run every year. I would strongly recommend, if you go to the Great North Run, unless you get in front of one of the first 2 pens, I would strongly recommend you don't go for a time there. You'll spend the whole day weaving in and out of people. It is an absolute nightmare. It is a race to enjoy. It's a race to savor. It's not a race to run a fast time at the Great North Run. I have seen people run fast there, but I would not recommend it. I think you'll waste a lot of energy. And, you know, you are going uphill most of the way. And then all the elevation that is on the chart, you lose just going down one hill, basically, onto the seafront. So you are kind of climbing the whole way. So, yes, I stick by that. Mark, an overpronation shoe for races. Happy to wear daily trainers for speed work. Anything else in carbon plate? Yeah, I would, if you're overpronating, I would have a look, like I said before, at the Adidas shoe. I still think that's a stable-ish kind of ride. The Brooks Hyperion is not as wide as I was hoping it would be, because I was thinking the Brooks Hyperion Elite 4 would help a lot of people out, but it's not wide enough, I don't think. So I still stand by the fact of the Adidas Pro 3. And I go back to the Kinvara Pro. It's a wide, stable ride. It's a really stable ride. It's got a 3/4 length plate in it. Why would you not try it? It's not the lightest shoe in the world. I appreciate that. But that's a good race day shoe. Getting the Kinvara Pro. I might do another video on the Kinvara Pro. Yeah. Mike, I haven't seen Simon on the social bit. What's his next appearance on Course Grain? He's having a few. Well, so he's still running. Simon still running. He was actually out on his bike at the weekend, which is a stupid idiot. So I don't know what he was doing there, but he's got the Winter 10K coming up. He's got a few races, but he's not got anything race wise, big race in spring. He's doing the Ride 100 again, which he darted around there in a stupid time. But he's doing a few races, but nothing crazy. I know he's doing Winter 10K. Not sure what else he's got on. He might be doing, I think, is he doing landmarks? I can't remember. But he's got a few races. So he's going to be around. He's going to be on the vlogs, but he's not be doing much training because he's not marathon training like me. So that's why at the moment you're seeing, and I love him. He's out with Ben. I'm out with Ben a lot because obviously I train with Ben because we've got the same races. Well, he's got Manchester, I've got London. They're a week apart. So Simon's not training for anything at the moment. And Speedgoat's coming back from injury. But I'm with Simon tomorrow night. And I'm not sure if Tobe's there or not, actually. But we'll be running. Then hide the new shoes in Simon's van. That's a good idea. Any recommendations for a non-plated shoe for my upcoming half marathon training block? You know what I'm going to say. Super Blast. It was always going to be the Super Blast. Let me just give some shout outs to people on TikTok. Again, if you're watching TikTok, get the questions in or whatever you want to do and share it with other people that we're live. But yes, I think I go back. Yes, the non-plated training shoe, Super Blast. If you don't want to go something like that, I mean, the Brooks Ghost Max is just a shoe that I keep turning to. That's a phenomenal shoe in terms of versatility. It's traditional foam in there. It's nothing like blowing the doors off in terms of like compounds or anything like that. But it is a really versatile shoe, the Brooks Ghost Max. So that could be a good alternative. They also do that in a wide fitting. The best shoe you can buy at the moment, the best shoe you can do at the moment without any doubt is the Puma DV8 Nitro 2. You can get them on Start Fitness for £99. You can use my code, right? And you can get there for under £100. That is without doubt the best shoe you can buy, hands down at the moment, money for money out there. Okay, that will do everything. But you said you want a non-plated shoe, so then I'd look at those recommendations. Thanks very much, Simon. Hi, Chris. Trying out TikTok Live. Give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. We are trying TikTok Live out tonight. We're going to keep doing this. Whether it will work, whether it won't work, I don't know. But I want to try TikTok Live, and it seems to be working. So thanks very much to everybody who's watching this. We've got another Super Blast lover in the TikTok, which is great. It's just annoying that you can't get the TikTok, that you can't get Super Blast readily available. But I think that's one of those things. Good evening, Lewis. He loves the channel. Are the Boston 12s a different feel in the upper hill compared to the Adidas Pro 3s? I enjoy the Pro 3 racing, but don't find it as comfortable as others in the upper. Yes, the Boston 12 is a fantastic shoe. It was my shoe of last year. I love that shoe. I think it's a brilliant shoe, in fact, and it complements the Adidas Pro 3 extremely well. If you enjoy the Adidas Pro 3, whether you're marathon training, half marathon training, or just want running shoes that work, get the Boston 12. It really complements it. If you want something with no carbon in it or no carbonness in it, then I would not go for the Boston 12s. It's going to be interesting how the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4 and the Boston 12 go up against each other. Again, I'm not talking about the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4 until February the 14th, just putting that out there. So it'd be interesting to compare them then. Yes, I'm not going to say any more than that. But I think if you get on well with the Pro 3, you'll get on well with the Boston 12. And I do appreciate what you're saying about the uppers on the Boston 12. It does and has let the shoe down for some people. But I do think that you can get over that because it's just an absolutely cracking shoe. Again, versatile. When I was talking about the Brooks Ghost Max, it is a Versatile shoe. We'll go switch over TikTok question. My Garmin race predictor is 5 hours and 27 for a marathon. Do you think I still do 4 hours 30 this year? No, Richard. I would say no, but I don't know what that's basing that on, to be honest with you. I would say your Garmin predictors is not accurate, but that's a big difference. That's an hour difference. So there's got to be taking data from somewhere. I asked it, are you wearing that the whole time? Are you wearing your Garmin the whole time? Are you wearing a heart rate monitor? Things like that. So I wouldn't base my training on what my Garmin is saying. I think that's the worst thing you could do. But the Garmin, if you're wearing it all the time, like I think most of us do in our smartwatches, then it will be getting a relative amount of data. So it won't be a million miles away in terms of the prediction, is what I'm saying. And an hour is a big difference. Okay. Big difference. Are you going to get the Supernovas? Shout out to Monty. Hello, Monty. We've got, if you're talking about the Adidas Supernovas, or am I missing something? Let me know what exactly shoe you're after, and I'll come back to you on that one. Let's head back to YouTube. What's this? I love this. Robert, Speedgo has locked his Strava forward. You think he got fed up with you telling everyone to follow him? Now, actually, that was Hayden that told everybody to follow Speedgo, and then I got told off for it. And yes, he has locked his Strava, which I think is brilliant in itself, because that means that it's annoying him. So that's great news. Mike is back. I have had a want to love it, but been hating it with the Boston 12. What's this? I have had a want to love it. I don't know what this is referring to, but I've been hating it with the Boston 12s. Now I've done 260 miles in and they've just hit the sweet spot and feel awesome. I think he's talking about, are you talking about the Nike Next Percent, the tempos? I've got no. Yeah, so come back to me, Mike. I'm not 100% sure what you're going on about. Sorry about that, dude. He's talking about, so on TikTok, we're talking about the Supernovas. Yeah, we've done a review on the Supernova Rise. There is another Supernova shoe coming out from Adidas, but I'm not going to talk about that. There is the Adidas Supernova Rise. We've done a review on that shoe, and I will be filming probably in a couple of weeks a follow-up to that at some point. Need to get back out in them, and so we can do a little bit more with the Supernova Rise. Let me just clear the notifications, and here we go. All right, we are going to be ending this soon, which is annoying for some, great news for others. Gary's just picked up another pair of Deviate Nitro 2s for £89. There we go. So, like I said, right now the best shoe that you can buy if you want to buy a new pair of shoes right now is the Puma Deviate Nitro 2 at Start Fitness. They're 99 quid or whatever it is. I paid, because I bought them, I paid 82 quid for mine because I used my own code because I'm a hero. And they're just the best shoe right now that you can buy. I just think versatility, carbon plate, you can do park run, you can do marathon in them. And if you're on a budget, they provide the best value out there. Hands down. Okay. So there we go. Right. So I think that's it. Let's wrap the show up tonight. Thanks to everybody who has watched this on TikTok. I've got no idea how we end this on TikTok. I'm just putting that out there. Thanks to everybody who's on YouTube tonight watching this. I appreciate that you sort of bear with me while we sort of dip between the YouTube and the TikTok. I appreciate that. But we're going to keep rolling with this and see how we get on. Thanks to everybody who's listening to this back as a podcast as well. Don't forget, we record this live. Only works with your viewer interaction. We are back next week, the same time. Okay. So every Monday we are live. We're going to be live on TikTok. We will be live as always on YouTube. And then it goes out as a podcast. Okay. The Long Run Show podcast goes out. It's the award-winning podcast. We put it out weekly. And again, we've got a special coming out on Wednesday with Mulligan's Fitness. If you've not seen that guy on TikTok, he's just huge. And he's recorded an episode with us as well. But I think that's it. So I'm going to say goodbye to TikTok. Thank you, TikTok. We love you. I'm going to switch you off. We're back next Monday at TikTok. Okay. Live at 7 till live at 8. Live at 8. I keep getting the time wrong. I think I'm going to press this and see what happens. End now. So that's them gone. And YouTube, thank you very much for bearing with me while we did TikTok. And yes, I shall see you all next week. I'm going to find the outro because I forgot where it is. That's the email special. I don't want that. I shall see you all on Friday.